Hello and welcome to yet another installment of Mr. Luxury, a channel in which I attempt to fill you in on the most luxurious brands, topics, and endeavors that happen in the insane and sometimes obnoxious world of luxury. In today's video, I will be going through some of the best names in the luxury watch market. All of these amazing watches exemplify what it means to be a classy, reliable, and stylish timepiece. So, let's go ahead and get straight into the video. Patek Philippe. Patek Philippe has taken pride in design and has made top-of-the-line watches since it was founded in 1851. Their collection of watches are known for being unique in terms of their functionality, all the while classic in terms of style. This combination ensures a sense of class that is topped by no other brand in the high-end watch market. Some of the most iconic complications of Patek Philippe watches include moon phase, star charts, and perpetual calendars. These cutting-edge technological methods of keeping precise time lead to a hefty price tag and a uniquely accurate time teller that you simply can't get anywhere else. Famous historical figures such as Queen Victoria, Prince Albert, and Christian IX of Denmark have all been known to wear Patek Philippe timepieces. These legendary figures undoubtedly cement Patek Philippe as a brand of royalty. As I mentioned, the Swiss brand was founded in 1851 and will likely go on steeped in class for hundreds of years. The price range of a Patek Philippe ranges between $15,000 and $1 million plus, and the most expensive Patek Philippe ever sold was that of Henry Grave Jr.'s Super Complication watch that went for $24 million in 2014. Besides the esteemed array of royalty that has been known to sport the beautiful watch brand, other notable celebrities that have taken to the brand include Ellen DeGeneres, John Mayer, Nicolas Sarkozy, and the avid watch collector Robert Downey Jr. Omega. There are many reasons why this luxury watch brand rose to fame, but perhaps the two reasons that stand out the most is the fact that Omega has been keeping the time in the Olympic Games since 1932, and secondly, Omega accompanied the astronauts that landed on the moon in 1969. Those two heavy doses of credibility might stand above the rest, unless, of course, you're a Bond fan like myself. And if you are, I don't need to tell you Omega watches has been worn in several different James Bond films. The first spotted in 1995. Daniel Craig is the latest Bond to rock the Omega, and in fact, the Seamaster Planet Ocean watch that was worn by Craig in Casino Royale was sold at an auction for over $250,000. As with Patek Philippe, the Swiss brand is also fit for royalty, as its famous wearers include Prince William, as well as John F. Kennedy, Elvis Presley, George Clooney, and Steve Carell. Omega watches come in a variety of different styles and functions, making this brand particularly diverse. Somehow, Omega has managed to keep a sense of luxury despite offering such a large collection. In the luxury world, brands tend to stick to their guns, lest they risk falling out of their own expertise that they claim. Omega, however, takes on a broader array and still demands the respect that other top-notch luxury watch brands beg for. Omega has earned these stripes with its historical work, as well as its contemporary status as a leading luxury brand for timepieces. In fact, Britain's Royal Flying Corps selected Omega watches as the official timekeepers for combat units in 1917. The American Army shortly followed suit in 1918. The price range of Omega watches runs anywhere between $1,000 and $700,000. Breitling. Breitling was founded in 1884 and was inspired by aviation. This inspiration is seen in the malicious design in the watches and in the links that are taken to ensure this watch will function anywhere. Breitling is well known for high-performance watches, especially for dive watches or aviator watches. If you're looking to make extreme changes in altitude while looking as stylish as ever, then Breitling just might be the watch brand for you. That is, of course, course, if you can afford it. Because of this dependability through changing environmental conditions, the brand is popular with firefighters and astronauts. Each timepiece created and designed by Breitling has a certified chronograph, and many also feature automatic winding mechanisms. Other key features of the watch that make them unique are the transmitters in Breitling's emergency watches. Back in 2003, 2 British pilots crashed their helicopter in Antarctica. However, they were rescued after they set off their transmitters. And amidst all the measures taken to make the watch as reliable as possible, the brand still embodies a sense of elegance and an unmistakable sense of style. Just like Omega, a Breitling watch has appeared in a James Bond movie. If you look close enough, you can see the Bond sporting one in Thunderball. Last April, the luxury Swiss watch brand Breitling was sold for an enormous $870 million. Famous wearers of the brand include John Travolta and David Beckham, and the price of the watches can range between $3,000 and $280,000. Rolex. Rolex is one of the most recognized watch brands in the market. Rolex has accomplished something truly special in the world of luxury watches. The brand has managed to become ubiquitous, which is inherently good for business, but has managed to keep its prestige and status as a brand of luxury. It's truly the only luxury watch brand that everyone has heard of. Much like Omega, the watches that Rolex produce range in style as well as function, but they typically hold to the cutting edge of modern watch technology. Unlike so many other watches in the market, Rolex watches hold their value and have a high resale value, making them a valuable asset and a watch to invest in. Some of the most popular timepieces designed and created by Rolex are the Submariner, the Yacht Master, and the Date Just. Despite the soaring popularity of Rolex's iconic watches, each timepiece is still made by hand. Internationally recognized as a status symbol, Rolex watches are forever in high demand, especially the Rolex Daytona and the Rolex Submariner. We see this popularity being synonymous with luxury in the car industry. For instance, pretty much everyone knows about a Lamborghini, but not everyone can afford one. Rolex has achieved this, and trust me, this is no small feat in the exclusive and niche luxury watch market. The end result is the most identifiable luxury watch brands. Rolex happens to be the first watch on our list that isn't Swiss. Its British origins are still represented in this brand's consistently classic designs. Rolex has been featured on the Forbes list of the most powerful global brands multiple times. And Rolex is also the largest single luxury watch brand, making over 2,000 watches per day, all by hand. Some of the most famous wearers of Rolex include Justin Timberlake, Mark Wahlberg, Orlando Bloom, David Beckham, and Kanye West. The price range of this incredible brand ranges between $5,000 and $650,000. The most expensive Rolex ever sold is the Bow Die Rolex for $5 million in 2017. Bremont. Bremont is a luxury British watch brand that was founded in 2002. One of the more modern luxury watch brands. It's quite remarkable that a brand so young would wind up on a list like this, with brands that have literally been around for centuries. Bremont may be the least popular watch featured in this video, but it's one of my personal favorites, so I felt I couldn't leave it out. Bremont specializes in creating pilot watches of the highest style and functionality. Famous wearers of this iconic watch brand include Gordon Ramsay, Bear Grylls, as well as Tom Cruise. The Bremont Supersonic happens to be my latest watch purchase. The brand, just like the Breitling, was inspired by aviation. The founding brothers, Nick and Giles English, have upheld the inspiration that made their watches famous, shown through their watches' aircraft-themed and mechanically focused models. With classic curves and proportionate faces, these watches are true representations of this British company's image and branding. Audemars Piguet. Founded in 1875 by Jules Louis Audemars and Edward Auguste Piguet, Audemars Piguet produces 36,000 of their prestigious timepieces a year. In fact, Tiffany & Company and Bulgari use this brand's movements in their own watch mechanics. This luxury watch brand is also noted for creating the first steel luxury sports watch. This was dubbed the Royal Oak in 1972. Later, in 1993, the brand created the first oversized watch, named the Royal Oak Offshore. Audemars Piguet has simply been ahead of the game for hundreds of years, consistently being the first to set trends and break down barriers in the watch market. Still owned today by its original founding families, Audemars Piguet is one of the oldest watch manufacturers in the world. This is seen clearly in the classy design on the face of every watch. Audemars Piguet is a brand that begs an impossible question: how can a watch be so timeless? While this brand may be the last on the list, it is by no means the least. It's my personal favorite brand, and when it comes to any occasion of significance, I make sure I'm wearing an Audemars Piguet. And thankfully, I'm in good company, seeing as James Corden, Tom Cruise, LeBron James, and Usher also love to sport the brand as well. The price of these beautiful watches run about $7,000 to $850,000 plus. Well, time is money, and that about exhausts my knowledge of luxury watch brands. I hope you found this video helpful and maybe you feel inspired to save up for one of these master timepieces yourself. And as always, I'm Mr. Luxury. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Pip pip the doodly doo.